Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review, and today we're taking a look at this brand new DC Multiverse Superman Red Sun figure. This is the second DC Multiverse Superman figure we've been taking a look at on the channel. We've also took a look at the Flash, and I do have one more DC Multiverse figure, which is the Arkham Batman figure. And I picked that up loose on eBay, so we haven't yet looked at it on the channel. I might make a video, might not, I'm not too sure. But I'm so happy to finally get this guy here. With previous videos, I've mentioned a couple of times how I've had him pre-ordered. And I think I pre-ordered them way back in December. So I've been waiting, I've been talking about him, and finally he has arrived. And I can't wait just to get a closer look at him, take him out of that box and see what he's like. I recently read the graphic novel of Superman Red Sun, which we do have the picture of right here, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good comic. I really liked the range of characters in it, especially Batman and Green Lantern, and most of all I just really liked this look of Superman. I really liked the costume, and for that reason I thought to myself, I just have to pick this figure up, and here it is. Before we get into the video guys, just let me know down in the comments below, what is your favourite DC Multiverse figure? As I said, I've got the Flash, Superman, Batman, and now this Superman. So once I'm finished with this video, I'll decide what my favourite is. If you don't have any of these DC Multiverse figures, just let me know down in the comments who is your favourite DC character. For me, it probably has to be Batman, right? While you're down there guys, please just smash that like button. It would really help out the channel and let me know you're enjoying these videos. And also just hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with future videos on figures such as this guy here. Now let's just do what we always do in the channel and let's get a closer look at this box. So on the top of the box we have 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys logo here. And that looks like the Spawn kind of character, doesn't it? That looks like a Spawn logo or something. I'm not too sure. I've never really noticed that before. But then we have 12 plus DC Multiverse Superman. We've got the display here. And right off the bat, we can see we've got another flight stand. Which, yes, so happy with that. My last one that came with the Superman figure is so loose now. Another trading card, the figure, and some changeable hands. On the side, we've got Superman Red Sun. Some more logos. Same on this side, just Superman, another logo. And then we've got the comic artwork. Each figure comes with a collectible trading card. Superman Red Sun, McFarlane Toys. Lots of logos on this box here. Yeah, some more of the trading cards we can get. Oh, I really like that Batman one. That Deathstroke one is cool as well. I really like the fact that we get cards with these figures, if I'm being honest. I think that's great. So, let's stop looking at the box and get to the figure. So here we have it guys, here's Red Sun Superman out of the packaging, and I really am just loving the look of him. Before we get into him, here we have the trading card, and it's decent. It's just the artwork from the comics, which isn't too bad at all. Here we have the Flash's card and the original Superman card, and I do prefer this card. I just prefer this artwork, I guess, overall. And I will say as well, this card is really sturdy. It's really thick. It's not bending. And I love that. These ones are a lot more flimsy. The Flash one and the Superman Red Sun, they are really bendy. And yeah, I just wish they kind of stuck with this a lot sturdier card here. Here we have the write-up on the back. So if you want to read this, just hit that pause button. So as I've said a couple times, I really do enjoy the fact that we get those trading cards. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know we don't even necessarily need them, but it is just that nice wee touch to top off these figures. Also coming with this figure, we've got another flight stand, and yeah, the last one I got with the other Superman got really loose, really fast. I had to stop using it. It went in the bin because it could just not support any of the figures, and that was after maybe, I want to say, a month of use. So I'm glad to get a new one. Hopefully this one lasts a wee bit longer, and I will just slot Superman in at the end of the video to show that off. I'm just going to set it to the side for now. And here we have some interchangeable hands. So at the moment, He's got these relaxed hands in, and you can just swap them out for these hands here. So these are more kind of grabby hands, and I guess you could use them for a punching hand. I do wish we got a punching hand. Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought they were both the same hands, but no. This is a clobbering time hand, and this is more of a grabby hand. So I eat my words there. Thank you, McFarlane, for giving us a good choice of hands. We'll slot them in later and see what that looks like. As for the figure himself, oh man, he looks fantastic. The first thing that comes to my eyes here is this blue throughout the hair. You can see that just there. There's such a nice shade of blue going through his hair, and I think it looks great. I think the sculpt of the hair looks good, and I really like that face as well. I think for a Superman figure, especially this iteration of Superman from the comics, the likeness is just nailed. It looks fantastic, and I'm really happy with it. Of course, we will take a look at him next to the first Superman figure we took a look at on the channel, and compare them two together along with the other figures. But here's Red Sun for just now. The only thing I would say about this figure, and it's nothing to do with the figure itself, more just the overall design of the character, I really wish the boots were black as well. I wish we got black boots to match the pants and the kind of wee cuff bits here on the arms. I think if they had black boots, it would just look a lot better, but that has nothing to do with the figure. That's just the design of the character from the comics. However, it's just a wee gripe that personally I think would look better on Superman here. I really like the cape. I like the design of the cape. And yeah, I'm really happy with this overall. I don't really know what else to say. It is just the same sculpt from that other Superman, but I'm happy with that. If anything, the legs look a wee bit small compared to the rest of the body, but at the same time, I still think it looked good. I've also seen folk complain that this logo is a bit too big. I would disagree. I think the logo is a perfect size. It's nice, big, catches the eye. Yeah. 10 out of 10 so far. And here is the Red Sun Superman next to the first Superman that we checked out on the channel. If you haven't seen that video, guys, just feel free to hop on over to the channel page and check that video out. We also took a look at the Flash from this DC Multiverse line as well, so if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. It would also help out the channel, so thank you guys very much. But just looking at these two figures next to one another, I think they're both great Superman figures. I think they both resemble Superman really well, both from, you know, their original comic lines. And when it comes down to what one I prefer, it is just all down to personal preference. And I will say I do prefer the Red Sun Superman here, simply because of the shade of blue. I like this darker shade of blue. I like the black mixed in as well, the darker red, the sculpt of the cape, and just wee things like that. I can understand why folk would prefer this Superman here. Both are great figures. It just is personal preference. And here is our Red Sun Superman next to the DC Multiverse Flash figure, and I'm still so bummed about this damage here. It is just such a bummer. If you haven't seen the video on this figure, guys, it is still up on the page, and yeah, I was just opened this guy up and instant damage here to the leg. Not much can be done. It is just a bummer. He still looks alright. And the only thing I will say is I would have thought Flash would be a wee bit smaller compared to Superman here, but you can see he is standing at pretty much the exact same height, and he is just kind of generally as big as Superman, and I would have thought he was maybe just a wee bit smaller. But they do look good next to one another and would make for a fantastic DC display. And last but not least, guys, here is our Superman figure next to the Arkham Batman DC Multiverse figure. And these guys look fantastic next to one another. I am so happy with how these guys look next to one another. I think this dark shade of Superman, the darker blue with the black, just really goes well to the dark vibes of Batman. And yeah, I think these guys look great. So before we swap out the hands and use the flight stand, etc., let's just take a closer look at Superman's articulation here. He can look up about that much, which I think is alright. I would expect him to be able to look a bit further up to get him in some good flight poses, but it's not too bad. You can look down about that much, which once again could be better. You can look to his right about that much. Once again, we can see that resistance there in the figure. And you can look round to the left that much. I'm not going to try and revolve his head all the way around because, yeah, it seems a bit of a weird joint and you get a lot of resistance there. Moving his arm up, you can get it about that far up, which is very decent. You get it about that far into the body, and I might have mentioned earlier, just that other Superman figure doesn't seem you can get the arm that closer into the body, so I do like this in the way that you can kind of move the arms a bit more. This bicep has a swivel, so you can swivel that round. Try not to move that other joint there, but you can see that moving. He's got this kind of single jointed elbow here, and I do like how that looks. It does look like he's got a proper elbow when you swing that up. So that's pretty cool, and you can rotate him at the wrist, rotate it round and up and down like so. Just the same articulation in this arm here. He does have an upper ab crunch going on, so you can get him crunching forward, backwards, and you can rotate that round as well. He doesn't really move at the waist at all. You can get him kicking forward about that much, and he doesn't really kick backwards. You can get his leg moving about that far back. He has a double jointed knee, try and not get it in the way of the cape here. There you go, he can get his foot right back to his bum. Nothing really going on in the calf area, but you can move his foot backwards and forwards. You can swivel at the ankle, he's got ankle pivot, and he's also got toe articulation, which is pretty cool, especially for newer figures. So there we have it, guys. I swapped Superman's kind of relaxed hand out for his wee clobbering time hand, and I've made use of the flight stand, and I think it looks fantastic. I think, you know, it looks really good, and I'm so glad we get these flight stands in with the figures. Always useful to have. As I mentioned in the Flash video, I do wish we got one with that figure, even though he is more on the ground, but of course he does move. You know, I'm not going to explain it, but yeah, I do wish we got a flight stand with just every one of these DC Multiverse figures. The fact that we get a trading card, the swappable hands, I'm really happy with the accessories. I think the range of hands is good, and the trading cards is just a nice wee touch. The figure in general is just fantastic. You know, it really captures the likeness of Superman from that comic. If you're a fan of the comic, you're really going to like this figure. And even if you're not a fan of the comic, I think this look is really just kind of, it's more unique. It's really nice to look at. It's just a great look. You know, it's a darker Superman. It's kind of true to the original, but it has its own twist on it. And for those reasons, it is just a great Superman. Along with the articulation, yeah, I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10 for what it is, especially at the price point of around £20. I actually think I probably paid less than that because I pre-ordered it. So I'm just really happy with this guy, and I 100% recommend him. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please smash that like button, and just remember to subscribe as well to keep up to date with new figures and collectibles such as this guy here. I'm trying to upload every Tuesday and at least Friday. I'm trying to upload a video every Thursday as well, and the support I've been getting is just fantastic. So thank you guys so much. I hope you continue to enjoy the videos. I know I'm going to continue to love making them. And once again, guys, just thank you guys for watching. I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.